Okay, welcome everyone to the Elite Lych Strategy guide on 4 circles. Now this week we have an issue and it's a huge one. It actually may impact a lot of players that don't have this specific monkey knowledge, and we're gonna talk all about it. But as usual, we're playing on medium mode, which was not the case last week. Actually, we were playing on hard mode. There's no Benji, so that means that we can only not only that there's no Benji, we can only use the 4 starting heroes. I guess the free ones that everyone has. And so, given that we have a very limited hero pool, that means that, I went for Oben. I think Oben is an amazing hero, which does very well versus these early Bloons. He can pop lead Bloons, he can pop camo with the Brambles, and in combination with the free Dark Monkey, he is doing just fine, and they are both surviving well into the 30s, right? So in regards to the farming, we're doing a 200 farm, and then we're going to keep buying a lot of these guys. We're going to keep buying 200 farms up until we reach 4 of them, and then we're going to get a village. But let's not rush things. Let me talk about the monkey knowledge point and what got changed. So recently the game got updated to 28.3, and usually these smaller updates, they are bug fixes. But what they did in the previous update is something that they don't usually do. They increase the HP of the soul bloon that Lych released, so that that small little guy, when you pop a skull, the black bloon, yeah, that thing. So that thing's HP got increased, and this happened in update 28.3. And so what happens now is this thing cannot be one shot anymore. So if you guys remember, the tier 1 Elite Lych, when he would summon this soul bloon, the Lych soul they call it, we would be able to one-shot that thing with a sticky bomb. Now that is not the case anymore starting now. So that means that this thing requires, well, as for you guys are going to see from this video, it requires 2 sticky bombs now, and that's a huge issue. It's a huge issue because the longer that thing is on the screen, it takes away lives, and when you're playing the Elite Lych, that thing takes away 11 lives per tick. And that's a lot of lives when you're starting with 50. So you guys are going to see how this is going to become an issue. But basically, this changes the game for a lot of players. And what I can tell you guys is that you need to have the healthy bananas monkey knowledge. That's the most important thing, because that's the monkey knowledge that carries the entire run, basically. Well, at least the early game, right? Because it's not an issue later on. So the healthy bananas monkey knowledge makes it so your marketplaces and your central markets make lives each round. So your marketplaces give 1 life per round, and the central markets give 3 lives per round. And this is very important because we want to stack up our lives, because you guys are going to see it's going to get very close. This is a very small change that I think a lot of people overlooked, myself included. But when I saw that we can no longer one shot these the Lych soul bloon basically with the sticky bombs, this is a huge thing. So a very important thing is to have the healthy bananas monkey knowledge, because I don't see a way for us to to beat this thing, the first tier, without that thing. Because there are a couple of life generating methods in the game, which are Benjamin. We have the Spirit of the Forest ability, you have the support Chinook, but we don't have Ben. The Spirit of the Forest is a 5th tier, very expensive, and then support Chinook gives 12 lives per ability usage. That's not a lot, because this thing takes away like 11 lives a pop. So marketplaces, the way to go, 203. We just spam them around a 102 village, so under the discount, and basically Oben and this Dark Monkey are doing everything they can to, and they're doing fine. So in terms of the defense, we're going to be using the sticky bombs. So the fact that this whole thing got nerfed doesn't mean that the sticky doesn't work. They actually do work very nicely. They still work, but the issue is, that we're going to be losing a lot of lives. And as you guys can see, we're starting off with 90 lives, and that took 2 sticky bombs, so that means we lost a total of 22 lives. We had 25 mana shield. The mana shield is also a very important one. And look at this thing, we're already down to 60 lives, and then we got 5 back. So the strategy for defending is 2 sticky bombs, and then I got a 013 Moab Shove Heli, which I locked in place in the middle. If you guys need to follow, with your mouse, your finger, whatever it is, you can do that, but I think locking it down in the middle is completely fine. And then we're just making sure that we're keeping the farming up, right? So getting the Moab Shove Heli in range of the village, because it's a discount village, we want to get some money back. And just look at this thing, look at how many lives this thing is taking us. So before, or actually last week, we would have one-shot this thing. We would have just thrown a sticky and we wouldn't lose any lives, but this is not the case. They made this small little change, and it's gonna turn the game around for a lot of people. And I think that at least I don't know, make this healthy bananas a little bit more accessible for people, or maybe make the soul bloom not take away that many lives. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We can't do anything about it. So there we go. And I'm gonna be right back because I actually wasn't able to place this druid and I almost lost because of it. So I'm gonna make a cut here and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so selling the heli, selling both of the sticky bombs, we're gonna buy a banana research facility. We've already got a 024 a 204 banana on the field, and now I'm getting 014 druids. I'm gonna get a total of 4 of these guys, so we're gonna have 4 014 druids. These guys are amazing, and as you guys can see, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. We have Vauban, which synergizes amazing with these druids, and these guys are going to be the main way that we defeat the next tier of Bloonarius. Oh, not Bloonarius, sorry, but the Elite Lych. Wow. So I'm gonna get 4 of these guys. I'm gonna give them some attack speed. I'm gonna give them some camo, and that's basically it. These guys are gonna be able to defend the entirety of the 50s, and then later on when we get the money, we're gonna get one of these guys, the one in the middle, to Avatar of Rat. This is an amazing map, and also it's an amazing map for the Paragons, as you guys might have noticed, which all of them are gonna be in the middle later on. But you know, let's not rush things. Let's just get our farms going, make sure everything is in the range of the village, except those guys two at the bottom, which cannot be actually in the range of the village because they're too far for now. And so getting you know, 2 farms at this point at 420, 1 204, we got 4 203s, and then we got a new one which is another 420. Now if you guys are a little bit behind the farming, don't worry about it. You can always catch up, and even if you're still, you know, like a farm or 2 behind and you're missing cash for the boss, that means that, you know, you're just gonna have to sell 1 or 2 farms and you're gonna have the money. So the economy is not an issue. We're playing on medium mode, we're making a lot of money, and you can also make a little bit of money from Obin's Wall of Trees, if you guys didn't know. So make sure to be using your abilities, sell something if you need to, and that's gonna be it. So Avatar of Rat, here we go. This thing is going to completely shred the boss. It's not even close, so we're not even paying attention to what's happening with the boss. We're just focusing on the farming. So we're getting 320 farm, which is gonna go up to 420. But as you guys, you know, can maybe notice, we are losing a little bit of lives, and that's because of this recent buff to the soul bloom, the Lych soul bloom, that can just survive for a little bit longer, and it just takes away some lives from us. So 420 farms. I got the village upgraded to 104 because I think that is the more efficient way to do this. So getting the village to 104 first, and then I'm gonna upgrade all of these farms to 204. So these guys are gonna make some lives for us because of that monkey knowledge, which again, it is one of the most important things. And you know, when we're done with the boss, as usual, we sell the towers that we don't need. So we don't need the Avatar of Rat. I got a 204 attack shooter, I got a 420 alchemist, and all the rest of the money is being spent on farms. Now this, what's gonna happen here, is the fattest, the thickest Monkeyopolis that you guys have ever seen. Well, actually the thickest one that I've ever done, let's call it that, because you've probably done, you know, bigger ones. So we have currently, I think it's, how many is that? I think it's 11, a total of 11 farms in the Monkeyopolis. But I'm going to use the ability, and I'm going to notice that we have a few spaces left over at the top right and the bottom right. So I'm going to place 2 more farms. I'm going maximum greed, just the way, you know, just the way we like it, the way we do it. Never enough cash gang, I think, or something like that, someone commented. So yeah, basically that. Basically trying to get everything into the range of the village, and there we go, 13 farms into the Monkeyopolis. And if you guys want to, you can replace the 204s for 420s. Oh, you know, although it's not really necessary, so you know, you do you. That's what I'm gonna say. So overclocking the village, these guys are defending nicely, and then just getting ready for the Monkeyopolis. So after you upgrade to the Monkeyopolis, I have a couple of things to say. First off, you don't need to put 13 into, that's very obvious, I think. And second is that you want to start saving money kind of as early as possible for the next year, because the next year we're going to defeat it with a Paragon. We're going to get the Dark Paragon ready. So, you know, maybe you can get the Monkeyopolis and then you don't have to get this 420 farm. If you get it, you know, make sure you're overclocking it. You guys know the drill, but make sure to have a crossbow master before round 75 so that you can defend 75, 76, you know, these ceramic crushers. So now what we're doing is we're just getting ready for the Dark Paragon. The Dark Paragon is going to be a degree 1. We don't care about the degree because it's only tier 3 Elite Lych. So not really worried about that thing. The only thing that I'm worried is the money, and that's the only thing that you guys should be worried about. And again, if you have the Monkeyopolis, but you don't have the money, or you're not gonna get the money through the few rounds when this guy appears, don't hesitate to sell your Monkeyopolis. Don't hesitate to sell it. That thing is a very expensive one. You're gonna get the Paragon instantly, and then after we're done with the boss, we're gonna sell the Paragon anyways. So you know, we're gonna get all of the money back, so don't worry. Well, not all of it, but you know, a huge portion of it. So there we go, selling the Alchemist because that thing is gonna heal it. So don't forget to sell the Alchemist. And at this point I sold the Tax because it doesn't do anything at this point. It's around 80, the 80s are starting, and I'm just, you know, collecting the money. So I have about $270,000 on round 81, around 80 to 81. And I know that I'm gonna make it. You know, I'm gonna have to sell the NG and the farms, the 420 farm, and that's how I'm gonna make it to the Paragon. But again, if you guys don't have the money, don't hesitate to sell the Monkeyopolis. Don't worry about it. You know, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna sell the Paragon later anyway, so it is what it is. And there we go. We get the Paragon, degree 1 Paragon, and what I'm doing is I'm getting 410 ice towers. And the reason why I'm getting them is because, you know, some of you may know, but this guy does amplify the damage that the boss takes by 1, and it synergizes amazing with the Dark Paragon. So I got 2, one in the top left and one in the bottom left circle, and there we go. That's how we defeat this one. And if you have kept your Monkeyopolis, then make sure you keep farming. Or if not, again, you know, make sure you keep farming, you know, with the money that you're getting, buy some farms and things like that. But what I'm doing now is I'm buying the 5th-tier farms, so getting the Banana Central. I'm not even watching the boss because we have too much DPS at this point. And what I'm doing is I'm just buying the 520, the 025 farm. That thing is going to be making lives. The Wall Street. And sorry, yeah, it's the Wall Street. Yeah, it's the Wall Street. I forget what the millipad is called. But yeah, so the Wall Street, the Banana Central, and then spamming a lot of 420s. And as you guys can see, we even kept the Paragon. So if you guys have sold the Monkeyopolis for the Paragon, then a tip that I can give you guys is to sell your Paragon under a favored trades boat, which is going to make you guys, you know, gain like, I don't know, maybe like 30,000-40,000 more, I would assume, on your Paragon, something like that. So make sure to do that so you get more money back. And then, you know, you restart the whole thing. So we're getting ready for the Paragons. You guys already know what the deal is. So we are marking the spots basically. So we're gonna have the Dark Paragon to the right, the Boomerang in the middle, and then the Ninja towards the left, still in the center. And then I'm just gonna go for the Dark Paragon first. So spamming all of these 240 Dark Monkeys. You guys know what it is. You guys know what the deal is at this point. Getting my 2nd crossbow, make sure to get it if you have the monkey knowledge, and that is basically it. And also a tip that I can give you guys is to do this, to actually use the abilities of your 4th-tier Dark Monkeys so that your darts can get a little bit more pops, and that's how you're gonna get a higher degree. So this is kind of boring, you know, spamming darts, so I'm gonna see you guys in a second. Okay, so here we go, tier 4, getting the Dark Paragon. This is a degree 41 Paragon, and if you place your towers correctly, then in the middle you guys are going to have a little bit of space to place your ice tower. So that's a 510 ice. I got the 502 sniper, and at this point, you know, this is just, again, we're not even paying attention to the boss because this thing is going to pop. We have too much DPS, but something that I'm going to warn you guys about is while you're buying all of these ninjas, make sure to get, you know, at least 1 Bloons Sabo if you're spamming the 024. So the 024 is actually the better path in terms of money because it's more expensive. But I'm buying 240s because these guys buff each other. They give each other a lot of attack speed and they can get more pops, right? So that's kind of the idea behind it. You can do it whatever way you want it. It's just more spams like this. But eventually you're gonna get it. So make sure to be getting the Bloons Sabo, and whenever you hit a skull of this guy, make sure to be using a Sabo ability because these DDTs that he's spawning are very strong and they're very fast. So even though we have a degree 40 Paragon, it still might be an issue. So make sure, you know, to be doing that, using those Bloons Sabo abilities on each skull, and that is it. That is tier 4. So at this point, I'm just, you know, look at the economy. We have a lot of money. We have all the Paragons. Well, not all the Paragons. We have the Dark Paragon ready, but we're getting ready for the next ones. And at this point, you know, I'm just going to make a cut here. I'm going to be right back on the tier 5 Elite Lych. Okay, so here comes tier 5. We're getting the Paragons after a lot of spam. So we got degree 42 on the Ninja, degree 36. On the Boomerang, that is completely fine. Even if even if both of them are in the 30s, we don't really care about that because we have a ton of DPS. I also got the 250 glue, which we're using the ability now, and at the start I got a super monkey. Now this guy is gonna get upgraded to the Legend of the Night. I'm also gonna get a mad right there, and I'm gonna aim it at the start. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this guy keeps summoning these strong bloons, and because we're into free play, and plus he adds a lot of HP to them. Basically he's invulnerable for a very long time, and so this is kind of, you know, speeding up the process of popping those bloons that he's summoning. So you want to have these guys at the start just to speed things up. And there you go, that's how you beat this week's Elite Lych. So again, the monkey knowledge, healthy bananas, very important. The mana shield, very important to give you some lives, because this change, this was kind of a silent change that happened in update 28.3, but this is very impactful for the early game. So that's it for this week's Elite Lych. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.